Hi, tonight from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got a record to play for you. Today, record Aladdin and His Magic Lamp for 1974. So let's get started.
This is the story of Aladdin and his wonderful lamp. Long, long ago in Arabia, there lived a boy named Aladdin. Aladdin was kind and clever, but very lazy. Instead of learning a trade, he spent his time playing in the streets with idle friends. One day, a crafty magician noticed Aladdin and decided the boy could be very useful to him. And so the scheming sorcerer pretended to be Aladdin's long-lost uncle and persuaded him to go for a walk outside the city gates. He led Aladdin to a secret cave. Listen, child. In this cave there lies a hidden treasure, which shall be yours if you do exactly as I tell you. Go down the steps, and there you will find a garden with fruit trees. In a corner of this garden you will see a lamp. Put the lamp in your belt and bring it to me. Here, wear this ring for good luck. Aladdin was really quite frightened, and yet so curious that he did just as the magician instructed him to do. But on the way back, he couldn't resist helping himself to as many of the beautifully colored fruits as he could carry in his hands. When Aladdin reached the mouth of the cave, he asked the magician to help him crawl out. Now the magician desperately wanted this magic lamp, but it had no powers unless it was handed to him from inside the cave. Give me the lamp first, said the magician. But that was impossible, since Aladdin's hands were full of fruit. At this, the sorcerer became so angry that he shouted some dreadful, mysterious words. And all at once, the cave closed up, with poor Aladdin locked inside. Aladdin knew that there was no way out, and that he would surely die. He clasped his hands in despair, and as he did so, he rubbed the ring on his finger. A genie rose out of the earth. What is your wish, master? I am ready to obey you as the slave of the ring. Aladdin was terrified, but still anxious to escape. Please get me out of this place. And whoosh, in a wink, Aladdin found himself outside the cave. He ran home as fast as his legs would go to tell his mother about everything that had happened. He gave her the fruits and the old tarnished lamp. Said his mother, if we polish this old lamp, we might be able to sell it. She no sooner rubbed the lamp with a cloth than a genie appeared. What is your wish, master? I am ready to obey you as the slave of all who hold this lamp. The poor woman almost fainted, but Aladdin snatched the lamp and asked the genie to bring them some food. And whoosh, in a wink, a sumptuous dinner in beautiful silver trays appeared on the table. And so, with this wonderful lamp, Aladdin and his mother were able to live very comfortably and enjoy precious possessions they never dreamed of. One day, a few years later, Aladdin, who had grown into a handsome young man, saw the Sultan's beautiful daughter, Budir al-Budur, walking to the baths with her handmaidens. He fell in love with her at first sight and was determined to make her his wife. So he quickly summoned the genie by rubbing his magic lamp. What is your wish, master? I am ready to obey you as the slave of all who hold this lamp. The genie quickly did Aladdin's bidding, and soon Aladdin, dressed in his finest robes, appeared at the Sultan's palace to present his gifts and ask the princess's hand in marriage. The Sultan was so dazzled by the exquisite gems that he quickly gave his consent. And so Budir al-Budur and Aladdin were married in great splendor and lived very happily together in a magnificent palace. No one found out the secret of Aladdin's lamp, which stood on a shelf in his robing room. One day, Aladdin decided to go on a hunting trip. While he was away, the wicked sorcerer, who had learned of Aladdin's good fortune, disguised himself as a peddler and called beneath the palace windows, "New lamps for old! New lamps for old!" The astonished princess, remembering the old lamp in Aladdin's room, sent a handmaiden to fetch it, and gave it to the peddler and got a bright new one in exchange. When Aladdin returned from his trip, a bit sad because he had lost his ring during the hunt, the princess told him about the shining new lamp in his robing room. Aladdin was about to burst into a rage when he realized that his anger would give away the secret of the wonderful lamp. So instead, he kissed the princess and went to his robing room. Meanwhile, in his haste to escape with the magic lamp, the wicked sorcerer stumbled near the edge of a deep, deep well on the outskirts of the city, and the precious lamp rolled to the very edge. Oh! In his greedy panic to recover the lamp, the sorcerer lost his footing, and both he and the lamp crashed to the bottom, never to be seen again. Back at the castle, as he looked at the new lamp, Aladdin thought, "My princess and I can live happily together and be content with the wealth we already have." Soon after, the Sultan died, leaving the kingdom to Budir al-Budur and Aladdin. Thereupon they moved into the royal palace and ruled the land together for many, many years.
So that was Aladdin and his wonderful lamp. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.